Ah! Happy Halloween! I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to read what's on screen with this. We'll see. Oh, shoot. Okay, should be good. Okay. Oh, that's right. I ended last time because I was tired, and then I had to deal with this idiot. Not her. She's not the brightest bulb in the socket, but. Hey, Omowari-san. 留守賞の What is this? Kanshu? Yeah, prison guard. Kanshu だったんですか? Hey, officer. Are you a prison guard? Or, you know, a guard? Yeah, 本館あれであります. No, I'm that. 子羊のような巡査でありまして. I am that. I just do patrols like a little lamb. わかった。今日はこっちに報告書を届けに来たんですか? Oh, did you come to deliver a message here then? いや、その本館、なんていうかの本館、その、that's, how do you, まさか、really? もしかしてあなたが正しき道を操作かを? See, this is an interesting thing about Japanese where it's like, because the verb is always last, like you can like trail, when you trail your sentence off, you omit the verb. So you'd be like, you know, so you're the one that Inspector Tadashiki, you know? When in English it'd be like, you're the one that killed. Basically, he's saying, you're the one that killed him? Ha. 犯人の腹ばい巡査でありますからして。The criminal is Harabai? Officer Harabai? Oh, that's his name, right? Oh, yeah, that's him. Harabai Susumu. Hey, これは予想外の It's like Dead by Daylight. 予想外の展開. Stop it. I'm focusing. For context, you're 入ってないよ. There we go. For context,予想外の展開. It means a plot twist. It's one of Nicolas Cage's perks in Dead by Daylight. Well, this is the plot twist. Let's talk to him about the day of the incident. 本館未来は総務課の巡査でありますからして。What is 総務課? I probably know that. General affairs. Okay. Well, that's why I don't know what it means, specifically what it means, but it doesn't mean anything specific. So I was patrolling the General Affairs Division. さっき聞こえてますから、普通にお願いします。I heard you, so Act normally? Say it normally? I don't know. Calm down, slow down? Anyway. あの日、たまたま用があって、保管室へ行ったところ。So that day, たまたま That's not たまに By chance. By chance, I had some business there, so I went to the evidence room. 保管室は前の警備室が空っぽだったのでやります。The guard room before the evidence room was empty. つまり、いつもは保管室は警備員が見張っているんですね。見張る？見張る。見張る。Yeah, okay. 見張ってます。見張っているんですね。So in other words, the evidence room is always, under watch. 何分証拠保管室は証拠を保管しているでありますから。After all, in any case, the evidence room, the full thing is that the evidence management room has evidence that is managed in it. So, 保管課の巡査、財門巡査が警備を担当しているであります。Hold on. Safety division. Okay. So the safety division officer Zaimon, that's the Texas guy, is in charge of keeping watch. The Zaimon? Yeah. それで本館ふと警備室のモニターを見たら So then I looked at the monitor in the garden. 保管室にそのいわゆる不番者が不番者を見たであります。いわゆるSo, in the evidence room, there was a how you say it, a suspicious figure. Yes, a suspicious figure I saw. Ow. Nani yattenda,この人. What the heck is he doing? それでどうなったんですか? And then what happened? その後は本館カーというカーとこう頭が真っ白になっちまって What? And then I went カー and my head went blank と気がついたら今日こうして留置所に And then when I came to Today, it's as I am in the I became like this in the holding cell. 長すぎるだろう、真っ白の時間が。That's way too long for your head to go blank. ところでこの手どうなさったんですか? So, by the way, your hand, what happened to it? 本館包帯を巻いてくる人もいないので入ってくれる巻いてくれる So, there was nobody to wrap it up for me in a bandage, so 自分なりにこうぐるぐるとこれ巻いてみたのであります。So I tried wrapping it up like this myself. 手に包帯といえばともえさんと一緒だよな。So now that you mention it, his hands wrapped the same as Tomoe. どこまでも同時ですね。警察局と検事局の事件。どこまでも。To what extent? Anywhere, at all time. In all respects and every point. To the ends of the earth. Persistently. So yeah, it was the same time, right? The police office, you know, at the police station and the prosecutor's office. とにかく聞かせてください。その手の怪我について。All right, tell us about it. The injury on your hand. But first, tell me about the victim. 被害者について。失礼ですけど、犯人なんですよね。Sorry to be a bother, but the criminal is, 正しき道を本館、検査官を証拠保管室で殺害した。The guy who killed Inspector Tadashiki Michio in the evidence room. 本館をそんな悲しい目で見つめないでほしいでやります。I would like you to not stare at me with such sad eyes. 人をあえて被害者と加害者にくくるとすればperpetrator. If you tie up the victim and the perpetrator together. Sashizme honkan nado wa kanari higaisha no hou ni. Sashizume. After all, when all is said and done, Sashizume honkan nado wa. After all, I'm very much the victim. What? Yeah. こうして捕まっているわけじゃないですか? No, after all, I might be the victim. No. I mean, after all, I was the one, I was arrested like this, wasn't I? まあ、確かに、まあ、本館あれなんでありますけれども。Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm that. I'm definitely that. But, so it looks like, of course, his head went white. He doesn't remember committing the crime. He was arrested for it, and he's been brainwashed by the police, I guess, police culture. Say that if he was arrested by it, then, well, if he was arrested, then he must have done it, right? That's what he's thinking. 被害者の正しき捜査官とは知り合いだったんですか? The victim, Tadashiki, investigator Tadashiki was an acquaintance of yours, right? その人をあえて他人と 赤の他人にくくるとすれば、赤の他人。Complete stranger. So, if you mix a stranger with a complete stranger, then さしずめ本館などは真っ赤よりでありまして、In other words, I was a complete stranger. つまり知らなかったわけですか? So in other words, you didn't know him. 本館目の当たらない部署? One's post で働いているでありますからして、Yeah, he was working at a station. He was working where I'm never stationed. 捜査官の方に知り合いなどいないのでありますからして。So out of all of the investigators, there's not one that I'm acquainted with. じゃあ、なぜ知らない人を刺しちゃったんですか? So why'd you stab someone you don't even know? だから保管刺すつもりなんてなかったんであります。Well, that's because I didn't have any intention of stabbing him. というか本館刺したつもりもないのでありますからして。So in other words, I had no intention of stabbing him. Okay, he just said the same thing twice. Yada yada, konran shite iru mitai da ne. Good grief. He's getting all up in a tizzy, it seems. Sono te, yappari, jiken ga atta toki ni. So your hand, of course, was this when the incident happened? まあ、そのこれ本館実はそうでありまして。So, yeah. Truth is, yes. ダメじゃないんですか? ちゃんと実習しない。自習? Surrender. Turn yourself in. ちゃんと自習しなくちゃ。That's no good. You have to give yourself in. だって本館でもだって何を? Okay. だって本館でもだって仕方なかったであります。But there, it couldn't be helped. 仕方なかった It couldn't be helped. 実は本館あれであります。本館からして。The truth is, that is, because, what are you saying? 捜査官殿にナイフを向けられて、わーってなっちゃって。When the knife was turned towards the investigator, I got all, wow! 気がついたら気絶していたのであります。気絶 is that like fainted? Yeah, okay. When I had noticed, I fainted. 気絶 fainted. そして本館 同僚の巡査に叩き起こされたでありますが、So then I was shaken awake by one of my coworkers, another constable. Ow, that looks like it hurts. 保管室に誰もいなかった本館なんと一人ぼっち. There was no one else in the evidence room. I was alone. 正しき捜査官殿は消えてのでありますからして. And then prosecutor, or no, investigator Tadashiki was, he was gone! ふと気がつけば、手からドクドク血がこれ本館。ドクドク。And then when I came to, there was copious amounts of blood on my hand. 寂しかったであります。It's quite sad. 本館実にこれ. The truth is, the way how I got like this. He was gone. Okay. Because gone can mean like, you know, he's dead. Or it could be like, he's gone. 被害者の死体が消えた? The victim's body disappeared? 微妙な話ですね. This is quite strange. I got anything that I can show him? You know anything about this, bro? キャーナイフ怖いであります、今回。That's scary. 大丈夫ですよ。見ても。It's okay. You can just, I just want you to look at it. これ本館。ゆうべも本館。あれであして本館。ゆうべ just means the evening. Yeah. I don't know what you're saying. 本館がリンゴになってつるつる皮を剥かれる夢を. Oh, last night. Okay, he is saying last night. Last night, I had a dream I was an apple, and my skin was being carved off. Wow, すみません、もういいです。Sorry, we'll stop. ひどい目にあったんだろう、仕方ないな. Man, he's looking pretty in a sorry state. Can't be helped. Okay. What if we show him the other knife? Yep. Okay. Oh, what's this? あの日の同じ時間、検事局で撮影された写真です。A picture taken at the same time as that day. Yeah, I'm just guessing. That's kind of my biggest complaint about Ace Attorney games is like, in the investigation especially, sometimes you just don't know if you're supposed to move and go somewhere else, and then you'll randomly run into someone, or if you're supposed to stay and talk. トランクからTadashikiさんの死体が見つかったんですけど, well, Mr. Tadashiki's body was found in the trunk of a car. とするとこれつまりやっぱり本館. So this, in other words, of course, 本館やっぱりうすうす無実だったのであります. It's not true. I'm innocent. So then it means that I'm innocent. Ah, これが夢ならば. Well, if this is my dream then. これが夢ならばいつまでも覚めないでほしいであります。覚める. If this is a dream, I don't want to be waking up. これが夢ならさっさと覚めてくれ. This is a dream. Please wake me up right now. Yeah. February 23rd, a certain time in the detectives division. なんかやっぱりさつき? Saki? Thirst bloodlust. Oh my god, Saki. 立っているね. Nah, it seems that there's a thirst for blood. Why, because one of their own died? 警察局内で捜査官が殺害されちゃったわけですかね. Probably because inside the police station, an investigator was killed. でも、その正しき捜査官なら同時に検事局の駐車場でも. But at the same time, investigator Tadashiki was killed in the parking lot for the prosecutor's office. この話題ややこしいから. Complicated. This is a complicated topic. とりあえずこっちの現場を調べたいんだけどな. But in any case, I would like to investigate the scene of crime here as well. 何分さっき経ってますからね. 下手したら殺されます. What? 下手する. 下手する. If one is unlucky, if one is careless. After all, there's a bloodlust in the air, so if we're unlucky, we could be killed. I seem like, given the circumstances, they don't want the number of dead bodies to be increasing. 何にせよ話を聞いてくれる雰囲気じゃないな. It seems like they're not in the mood or listening to us. What can I don't suppose I can get in. Yeah, no. これ見ていただけますか? Alright, could you take a look at this? あ、それであります。それ本館それでありますから。Oh, it's because of that. 何ですか? What is it? 今この瞬間まで本館の頭は真っ白でありました。Until now, my head was blank. しかし、すべて本館、ここに今本館を思い出してであります。But I remember it all. 思い出したって事件のことですか? You remembered, like, about the incident? そうです。いわゆる本館。そいつのせいでこんな目に。Yeah! That is to say, what you do, right? What you call it, that is to say, because of him, I've become like this. この ID カードですか? Because of this ID card? そうであります。実にそうなのであります。Yes, in truth. That is it. ある種、そう言わざるを得ないのでありますからして。What? 言わざる Say no evil monkey? One of the three wise monkeys. Speak no evil. I don't know. 言わざるを得ない。ざるを得ない To have to? So is he making a little pun? Iwazaru is a speak no evil monkey and Zaro and I have to? No de arimasu karase. It was because I was made to? 詳しく聞いてみた方がいい。聞いてみた方が良さそうだな。Yeah, it seems that I should ask a little bit more into this. Specifics of the crime. 思い出したことを聞かせていただけますか? Can I get you to tell me what you remembered? 本館何分総務課に迷える? Mayoeri Kohitsuji, a lost lamb. のような巡査でありますから。So, at the General Affairs Division, I was patrolling like a little lost lamb. He's so skinny. 保管室にいた正しき捜査官殿は存じ上げなかったであります。Know someone. 存じ上げなかった。To know someone. Humble. So I didn't know him, but Inspector Tadashiki was at the evidence room. だから不番者だと思い込んだわけですか。Oh, so that's why you thought he was a Fubansha. It's like a what? Hi, Phoenix. Welcome in. How are you? Happy Halloween. Fubansha. No. Oh, okay. It's Fushinsha. I just can't see because of these, because of this mask. Fushinsha. That means us. Suspicious person. I'm okay. It's November here already. November 1st. My brother said that my brother's birthday was a few days ago, and we weren't able to call then. But he was like, oh, let's call on Halloween. So I'm probably going to be waiting for that. I messaged him asking if he wanted to call, but we'll see. But it's November 1st here. I'm enjoying the wonders of the internet. What the heck is, you know, Halloween on the other side of the world? I'm still holding on. But yeah, did a little Halloween parade where I handed out some, like, goodies. Is that in the UK or Europe? I mean, it's like, in America, it's like the evening. British. Europe. Too bad. Well, I'll message my other British friend, my British friend here. Last chance, but happy Halloween. Boom. Hopefully I got that in before. But yeah, I wore this and like it's in the wash, but I've got this like sleepwear, loungewear, you know, pumpkin thing that I got for my birthday that I was wearing. Anyway, so to catch you up on the game, I'm in this very strange long case that's basically like DLC for the first game, where an investigator was found killed at the parking lot in the prosecutor's office, and my client, the head prosecutor, was pictured at the scene of the crime. But the twist was that the same investigator was also found dead at the same time 30 minutes away at the police station. So we're trying to figure out how the heck that's possible and where the lie is coming in. So supposedly this guy killed him, but he's kind of hapless and he has absolutely no memory of actually what is happening, except he just remembered right now because I showed him the ID card of the victim. What does my British buddy want to say? No. I can't see. So I just messaged my friend live right now if you want to see my mask. But it said love right now. If you want to see my mask, hurry, love someone right now. Ah! She's here. Hello. Thank you. You want to say hi? The girlfriend says hi. So yes, we're playing. Oh, I have to explain this again? Oh my gosh. Now you're here. So yes, the same guy was murdered in two different places. My client is a suspect of one place, but then this guy is a suspect of the murder in another place. But yeah. So that's the thing. He's just remembered what happened. He said he fainted during when it happened, and then he was arrested. And when he came to, he was in jail. So we'll. I don't know. He's not the brightest color pencil in the box. I'm gonna tell you that. 保管室に入った本館は ID カードの停止を 求める? Yeah. 求める、求めたってあります。Okay. When I entered the evidence room, I was requested to present my ID card. なんだ、やるべきこと、きちんとやってるんじゃないですか? Yeah, and if you should do it, you should do it, right? そうなんであります。本館、これが言いたかったであります。So yes, and I wanted to say that, but それで ID の停止を求められた正しき捜査官はどうしますか? Oh, he asked the victim before he died for his card if he wants to enter in. Okay, so then you asked him to submit his card, and then what? なんといきなり本館にナイフを向けたであります。And then he pulled a knife on me. 本館も何が何だかわからなくなった。Well, and then I didn't know what was. I couldn't tell what was going on. I didn't know what was what from what. 規制を上げて。Yep, okay, I was right. 規制を上げて飛びかかっていっちゃったであります。I screamed and then ran away. 正しき捜査官がナイフを向けてきた? Inspector Tadashiki, that's the victim, pointed a knife at him? やられる前にやれ。灰原家の家順でありますから。Kakun? Family precepts, family motto, rule of the home. Do before you are done. Do before you get done in, or whatever. That's the model of the Harabai. Okay, no, I just thrown for a loop because his name is Harabai, and if you flip the kanji, the order of the kanji, that's Haibara, which is like one of the main players of the Fatal Frame game I was playing. And so I was just like, wait. No, it's not the same, Harabaika no kakun de arimasu kara. That's the motto of the Haibara family. The Harabai family. Frick. His name's Harabai probably because it sounds like alibi. And that's probably the pun. I don't know. それからどうなりましたか? なりました? So then what happened? それから and then 本館頭が真っ白になって気がついたらここに and then my head went blank and then when I came to I was here. Yada yada, good grief. 逮捕された理由 the reason he was arrested. Okay. 結局原林さんどうして逮捕されたんですか? So after all, Mr. Haibara, why were you arrested? どういうこと? Akaneちゃん What do you mean, Akane? ちょっと情報を整理してみましょうよ Well, let's organize our information, shall we? 原林さん、正しさんの顔を知らなかったんですよ。そして、So Harabai didn't recognize Mr. Tadashiki's face. So then, 現場であった被害者は ID を停止してくれなかった。So then, the victim, when he met at the scene of the crime, didn't present his ID card. つまり、それが本物だったかどうかわからない。So in other words, we don't know if that was the actual guy. それに死体が証拠保管室から消えたってことは and the body disappeared from the evidence room, so そもそも本当に死んだのがかどうかもわからないはずです。So, it should mean that we don't know whether he actually died or not. そう、それ、本館、それを言いたかったであります。Yeah, yes, that. I want to say that, but. っていうか、それに近いことを言ってみたであります。Or, I want to say something like that. でも、結果的にここにいるわけですよね。But effectively, you ended up here, didn't you? 本館、言われちゃったであります。何でもあの日、あの時間。It was said of me, everything on that day, on that time. I need my slippers. It's getting cold. It's getting cold in Tanegashima. I was wearing, this big ol' fluffy cape, hooded sleeve thing. And it was hot during the day, but at the parade, the Halloween parade, where I handed out Pokemon coins and Pokemon cards to the little children, it cooled down, luckily enough. It did rain a little bit, but not too much. It was good. 正しく捜査官殿が証拠保管室に入ったのは間違いないとか。So, the fact that Investigator Tadashiki entered the evidence room is without a doubt. Okay, why? でもあなたの記憶ははっきりしないでしょ? But you can't remember it. Clearly can't you? でもはっきり映っていたでありますからね. But clearly it was how would I say this? 映っている means like depicted in a video. Like it was recorded. 映っていた? It was recorded? 防犯カメラであります. Yeah, the surveillance cameras. 本館にの憎むべき箱がすべて録画されていたであります. My detestable crime. It was all recorded. それを先に言ってください. You should have said that earlier. 本館そのあれ。面目ないでありますからして。面目。What the heck? Where did that light come from? What? Hold on. It's 9 a.m. Almost. So yeah, no, it's not late. There was just a crack in the curtain, and I guess, the sun peeked out from behind the clouds or something. All right. Menboku. My face, honor, reputation, prestige, dignity. I have no dignity. Yadi yadi, tonikaku, genba o shirabenai to na. Good grief. Anyway, we need to investigate the scene of the crime. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I can't really read some of these smaller letters. There's some ribbon across here. 3 layers of ribbon. So, makes things a little blurry. Hey, Mr. Naruhodo. Kacho-san no seki. The boss's seat. あれは、監督? 局長? Is that Mr. Gant? ほんと、これだけよね? 課長ちゃんさ. Huh? Is this it? For the section leader? Huh? 見落としがあるとね、とんでもないことになるから。見落とし? I thought that means to look down on someone. I don't know what that means. Oversight. Okay. There was an oversight because something extraordinary happened, ridiculous happened. 多分おそらくもう完璧であります. Well, this is probably a perfect. Or Kacho is saying that? The section leader is saying that? 机の引き出した出し物か what? Why? I didn't have time to read that. The desk and the drawers, something, 座布団の裏もパソコンの裏も湯飲みの中も調べたであります。は? Zabuton? Flat floor cushion used when sitting or kneeling. Okay. You? Oh, you? What the frick? Teacup? Oh, okay. He's saying investigate the underside of every cushion, the back of every computer, and the inside of every teacup. Anyway, so じゃあもし何か出たらさ、すぐにね、連絡くれるかな。So it seems something has happened. He'll probably be contacting me shortly. I think. Ha 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 ha. もう一度調べてみるです. Laughing maniacally. Do it again. Investigate again. This is the section leader talking. What? 課長さん見てもなくない上がっているな。みっともなく。I feel like he's raising something that's not shameful. He's probably saying he's exhausting all his possibilities. I don't know. It's not in the dictionary. I'm just a little boy. I don't speak. I'm not Japanese. あれ、なるほどちゃん、どうよ、最近。泳いでいる? I don't know what's going on. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, have you been swimming recently? Ha 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 ha. Why is Naruhodo saying ha 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 ha? Ganto kyokuchou dono. Gokurou-sama desu. Why is Naruhodo saying this? Why is he acting like this? Ah ha 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 ha! Mr. Gantz. Nice to meet you. なんでNaruhodo-sanが敬礼しているですか? I'm just a little Japanese baby. Not Mr. Naruhodo. Why are you saluting him? Well, let's talk to this guy. I feel like he's guilty. I have played this game before, but it was like a decade ago. Oh god, it wasn't an actual decade ago. Holy cow. Ah! 大丈夫ですか? Mitsurugi no yatsu. Oh, is he okay? Mitsurugi? Ah, Mitsurugi-chan. 今ね、あれ、検事局のサモン会 Probably investigation meeting. He's going to a hearing? I don't know. He's going into the prosecutor's office hearing. Or meeting? I don't know. サモン会って不吉な響きですね。サモン会って、a hearing, I think. There's an ominous ring to it. 彼もほら、いろいろあったから、年末からこっちいろいろね。He as well, he's been through a lot. Since, from the, end of the year from now. Quite a lot, huh? Remember, he was accused of murder. Murdering a defense attorney. However, he was acquitted thanks to yours truly. Naruhodo Yuichi. Anyway, もしかしてひょうたん校の事件ですか? So yeah, the Lake Hyotan incident, right? まあ、三剣ちゃん自身が被告人っていうものもシャレにならないけど、So yes, Mitsurugi himself was declared as the victim. Was the accused, but Narahodo-chanが有罪にした人いたでしょ? And you were the one that got him the not guilty verdict, right? Karuma Kenji, prosecutor Karma. Yep. He was guilty, actually. He killed someone else. 40年間無敗を誇った検事局の生きる伝説。The proud, what is it? How do I want to organize these words? The 40-year win streak, the pride of the prosecutor's office, the living legend. あれが熱告ってことにされちゃったでしょ君にさ。And he was involved in fabrication. Netsukoku is fabrication, right? Netsuzo, that's right. Thank you. Netsuzo. Fabrication. Hokoku. Okay, I was confusing with a separate, similar kanji. Netsuzo ってことにこれされちゃったでしょ君が。Yeah, and he was fabricating evidence against you, wasn't he? Yeah. 別に僕が悪いわけでは。Yeah. No. I'm not the one at fault. What? とにかく今、あちらさん大変なのよ。検事局ね。Did he just accuse me of fabricating? I don't know. Anyway, everyone here is in quite the pickle or everyone there is in quite the pickle at the prosecutor's office. 信頼を回復するためならなんだってやっちゃうよ. In order to regain trust, they've got to do something. サモン会次第では危ないね、三剣ちゃん. Yeah, and it all depends on this hearing. It's quite, he's quite in a tough spot, Mr. Mitsurugi is. So yeah, basically saying he was wrapped up in this whole thing and with the prosecutors potentially fabricating evidence. So he's in quite the precarious spot. So that's... Alright, let's talk about the evidence room. いやー、さすがに困っちゃうね。同時でしょ向こうさんと。So yes, this is quite the troubling case, isn't it? At the same time? Over there as well? Kenji Kokuka. At the, over there being at the prosecutor's office, huh? でもそんなの科学的にありえないじゃないですか? But that's scientifically impossible, isn't it? でも今のところさ、そう言っているわけ、証拠がね。Yes! But as it is now, that you mentioned, there is evidence. 正しきちゃんは2つの場所で同時に刺されたって。Mr. Tadashiki was, at the same time, in 2 different places, stabbed. その証拠というのは? And what's the evidence of that? お、ちょっとそれは勘弁してよ、なるほどちゃん。勘弁。Well, that's easy, Mr. なるほど。その辺微妙でさ、悪いけど言えないの。But here it's a bit inconvenient, but I can't tell you. まあそうかもしれないな。Well, that's probably true, isn't it? Why? I'm the defense attorney in the murder case involved in this guy. Yeah, you should tell me. You need to share evidence. 僕ね、探し仕事みたいなの嫌いなわけ、これ本当に。I hate hiding things from people. Really. だから、課長ちゃんにも厳しく言ってあるんだけどさ。So, because of that, the section leader here is... I've only been able to tell him. あ、そういえば、いじめていましたね、課長さんのこと。So you've been bullying the section leader? I'm not following this line of logic. あ、嫌だな。あれ、見てたのあはは。That's no good. Did you see what's going on? 課長さん、何を頼まれたんだろう? I wonder what he asked of the section leader there. ちょっとこっそり聞いてみましょうよ。こっそり, I mean, that means on the down low, I think. In secret. Yep. Let's ask him on the down low. How do I ask him? There he is, 課長、やれやれ。みっともないこと見られちゃった。Shameful? Something shameful was seen? 何を頼まれたんですか、課長さんに。局長さんに。Hey, what did he ask of you? The top dog. That's the guy who was talking to earlier. いやね、そこにほら、被害者の正しき君の席があるんだけど。That's, over there. The victim, Tadashiki, his seat is over there. 手がかりになりそうな遺留品を全部提出しろって。Article left behind at a crime scene after death, etc. Okay. So it seems he said there's probably something he left behind that would serve as a clue. So submit everything, he said. ゴミ箱のゴミまで全部持っていっちゃったよ。Down to the garbage in his garbage can. He took everything. じゃあもう正しきさんの遺品ここにはいないんですね。So it seems that all the stuff Tadashiki left behind is all gone now. もちろん残ったのはこいつだけだったよ。Of course, the only thing he's left behind is this. What is that? I can't see that. 残しちゃダメじゃないですか? That's not something you can just leave behind, is it? I don't know what that is. That's just a piece of paper. だってこれは書類の書き損ないだから。は書き損ない Slip of the pen, mistaken writing? Well, this is just a, or something ruined by a mistaken writing. Like a postcard. This is just a clerical error? I don't know. 遺失物 lost article 届途中までしか記入されていないしね。I feel like I made this mask a little bit too short in the bottom. Like if I open my mouth all the way, kind of pops out. So returning a lost article. It was only filled out halfway. 遺失物？何かなくしたんだ。Tadeshiki-san. I wonder what he lost. 書類の日付は2月21日か。一応記録しておこう。So the date on the article is February 21st. So let's write that down. So on February 21st, the victim submitted a report about a lost item. But yeah, I don't know. But it was only filled out halfway. Alright, Kaki Soko 9 no Shoroi. I misspelled out document. Hisuge wa 2月21日. The date is February 21st. Kyokucho Jishin ni teishutsu suru. Kisoku? Right? Rule? Yeah. It's a rule to submit this to the higher up. Oh, the big boss asked this to be submitted to him. Of course, since it's Halloween, I've also got my zero slippers on. Tonikaku, anyway. Nantako shita genba o shirabenai to na. Regardless, we gotta investigate the actual scene. Oh! So, okay, permission to investigate. ところでお願いがあるんですけど。By the way, I have something I'd like to ask. 何？珍しいね。なるほどちゃん、お願いなんで。Well, this is quite rare. A request from you. 食保管室の調査をさせてもらえませんか? Could I get you to let me investigate the evidence room? さ、なるほどちゃん。Well, Mr. なるほど。すいませんでした。結構であります。Sorry. I'm asking a bit much. 僕さ、そんなね、ケチな男じゃないわけ。Well, I'm not such a stingy man. え誰に頼まれても5000円までなら貸すし。If anyone asks of me, I'll loan them up to 5,000 yen. What the frick? He's just saying that, I guess, to illustrate that he's not a stingy guy. 全然問題ないよ。好きに調べてくれていいから。Not a problem. You can investigate for me as you like. What? 行ってみるもんですね。は？行ってみるもんですね。It's something that we tried to say. It was worth a try, but he's allowing us anyway. I don't know. じゃあそこのお嬢ちゃん、これ貸してあげるから。Alright, this little miss right here. That's what ojo-chan means, like this young woman, this little miss. I'll lend you this. あ、それ、刑事さんの ID カードですか？ This is a detective's ID card, right? お客さん用の特別だからなくせないでね。This is a special one for use by visitors. Don't lose it, okay? はい。光栄であります。Yes, I'm honored. まあ、とにかく頑張ってよ。じゃあまたね。Well, in any case, do your best. See ya. へへ。胸につけちゃった。本物ですよ。Alright, I attached it to my chest. The real thing, like a button. 嬉しそうだね。ものすごく。You seem happy. Very much so. 本館が入れてあげますからして。証拠保管室。We can get them to let us into the main building, into the evidence room. 変な影響を受けているみたいだね。It seems she's taken on a strange influence? Huh? I don't know what you're saying. Head on over here. In here. And then now we can investigate the door. このドアの向こうが証拠保管室だね。So past this door is the evidence room, right? ガンと局長さんに ID カードも借りてきたし。And, Mr. Gant's ID card. We borrowed Mr. Gant's ID card. さあ、張り切っていきましょう。張り切る？ To be in high spirits. Let's go in high spirits. Okay, no. It's not opening. あ、カード民の電源がオフになっているぞ。民？端末、frick. Computer terminal. カード端末の電源がオフになっているぞ。Oh, the card reader's turned off. もう警備の人ちゃんと仕事しましょうよ。Oh, come on. The guard needs to do his job properly. おやおや、バンビーナがご機嫌斜めのようだよ。What the frick? ご機嫌斜め In bad temper. Oh, kigen is a mood, and naname means diagonal. Wow, this Bambina's in a quite right temper, isn't she? So Daimon-san, やっぱりこの人か. Texas. If this was Texas, I'd shoot you for just saying that. Okay. So Daimon-san, Mr. Daimon. Of course, it's this guy. なんだいそのやっぱりこの人かみたいな面は. What are you looking at me for? You know, what is it? Why are you looking at me with those? Of course, it's this guy. Eyes. Oh. Ano kanji wa 1話目. Osashi? Osashi. It's as you guessed? Go. Guess the judgment. Osashi no tori. It's as you guessed. It's as you guessed. Koko wa ori no saloon da. This is my saloon. 私たち現場を調査したいんですけど、we would like to investigate the scene of the crime, but その胸のカード That card on your shirt 新世界へのティケット会 That's your ticket to the new world, right? Huh? ティケットTicket いいさ殺人現場で開拓者気分を味わってくることさ Maybe I shouldn't be playing Ace Attorney. Like, I thought it would be more simple, but it's like a lot of wordplay and jokes and stuff. Maybe I should be playing some other game with a lot of dialogue. I don't know. Kaitaku? Pioneer, settler, colonist. I don't know. Do you want to taste the pioneer's spirit in the scene of the murder? カードリーダーの電源が戻ってみたいだな. It seems that the card reader's power came back. ついでにお話を聞かせていただけますか? Could I get you to listen to what I am saying? Or could you tell me something? Sorry. 悪いがカウボーイ、君たちの相手をする気はないさ. That's no good, cowboy. I've got no intention to be your partner. To be your partner. Partner. やっぱり忙しいんですか? Well, are you busy? そんなこと言ってないだろ? Well, I didn't say that. 相手をする気はない、それだけのことさ. I've got no intention to be your partner. That's that. Yada yada. Good grief. That's again. このドアの向こうが保管室だね. Past the door is the evidence room. カードリーダーの電源は入れておいてぜ. I'll turn the card reader back on, okay? せいぜい楽しんでくることさ、cowboy. Have fun to your heart's delight, cowboy. この ID カード私が借りたんですからね. Cause I borrowed this ID card. 早いとこ現場を調べた方がいいかな. I think we should investigate this quickly. Yeah, I want to. So I can just move there? Okay, sweet. February 23rd, certain time. Evidence room number 3. 静かだな。静かだな。捜査は終わっているみたいだ。It's quiet. It seems the investigation is over. 証拠保管室か。本当、お墓みたいですね。The evidence room. It's really like a grave. お墓というより、死体置き場だよ。このムード。Less like a grave and more like a place where they put dead bodies. 死体置き場? Is that a morgue? Literally just means a place to put dead bodies. Morgue. Okay, it is a morgue. Less like a grave and more like a morgue, this mood. 怖いから怖がらせようとしても無駄ですからね。としてもとしてももむ I don't know. You're intended. Don't try to scare me. It won't work. Guess who it is? Yeah! Oh. I mean, I scared a couple people yesterday. Went to my visit school, walked up to the door of the principal's office, and then she was like focusing on her work. Didn't notice how I stepped up, and so I just said Happy Halloween, and then she looked up at me and freaked out. She's like, "Oh my God, you surprised me!" I surprised one of the other teachers too. They were walking towards the library, and I walked out of the library, turned the corner like this slowly without saying anything, and then she saw me. I was like, "Oh my God, I thought you were Jason or something." ごめんなさい。悪霊かと思ったんです。Sorry, I thought you were an evil spirit. 悪霊にいきなり悪霊悪霊 Frick! 悪霊にいきなりビンタはどうかと申す。What do you think a sudden slap would do to a evil spirit? とにかく、本当ですかさっきの話は Anyway, is it true? What you're saying earlier? 僕さ、そんなにケチ男だ I'm not a stingy guy. I'll lend anyone up to 5,000 yen if they ask. No problem. You can investigate for me as much as you like. 本当ですよ Yep, it's true. ガント局長殿が Mr. Gant is 5,000 yen も貸してくれる。この自分が頼んでも He'll really lend me 5,000 yen? Even if I was one to ask him? そっちですか That? 今日は自分捜査班長を任命されていたっす。Today, I've been entrusted to be the head of the investigation. 一日だけですか Just for one day? 一日班長さんですね。A one-day boss, huh? しかしこれからはあんたが一日班長っす。However, from now, you are the one-day boss. The detective saying that to me. 嬉しくない響きだな。This has a unhappy feeling to it. Can't read the time. 9:30, okay. Halfway done. とりあえずこれ持っておくといいね。Use. In any case, here. You can have this. 警察局で起こった捜査官殺害事件の現場 A picture of the oh no the diagram of the evidence room 一日班長さんなんですよね刑事さん You're the one day boss, aren't you, Mr. Detective? そうっすね。名誉な任務っす。Yeah, it's quite the honorable responsibility. That's what 任務 is. 任務, duty, responsibility, function, role, task, 名誉. Honor, yep. Nansei 警察局内で発生 Yeah. 発生した殺人事件ですからね。Yeah, in the a murder that took place inside the police station. それにしては一人ぼっちじゃないですか So you're not alone, right? 他の人たちは Other people are? Like there are other people investigating, right? 昨日の捜査をもとに明日の法廷の準備をしているっす。From the start, since yesterday, the other investigators have been prepping. Oh, the detectives from yesterday are prepping for the trial tomorrow. つまり、今日も外されているのか、捜査班から。So in other words, today too, you've been separated out from the investigation. でも自分、めげない。To discourage to distract from. I won't be discouraged. 担当捜査官の席をもぎ取って、この事件を眠らせてみせるっす。もぎ取る。I've arrested the head investigator's spot from him. And I'll put this case to rest. 自分の証拠を保管庫に In my own evidence locker, I think. いつのこさんの保管庫もあるんですかここに Your locker is here as well? はは、そりゃそうっす。Of course. 自分は刑事ですからね。Because I'm a detective. 自分にしか開けられない保管庫をバッチリもらってるっす。I've got a locker that only I can open. 自分にしか開けられない Only you can open? That's what I said. About 三剣。Okay. 自分は三剣検事を信じてるっす。何があっても。I believe in Prosecutor 三剣。No matter what happens. そういえば、今、サモン会に出頭しているそうですね。 But that being said, right now, he's present at a hearing, isn't he? 今日の法廷の質問について責任を追及されているはずです。おしたい。Blunder. After today's blunder at trial, sweet Q. It seems they're seeking for him to take responsibility. So, yeah, today at trial, basically yesterday someone was trying to tell him that the victim was killed in 2 places at one time. But he was the annoying guy that we were talking to at the start in the holding cell. So he was basically like, bro, if it's not important to what I had to say, then F off, basically. So he didn't get the message. そうですか. At least that's so. こいつは運命というやつかもしれないです. He's a man of fate, it seems. 三木検事はまだあの事件から逃れることはできないです。It seems that the Mitsurugi can't yet escape that incident. あの事件? That incident? あれ聞いてないですか? SLQ. First it was DL6, now it's SLQ. SLQ Goji Kensu. What? Did you hear? The SL9 incident. Mitsurugi Kenji にとってはあれが始まりだったっす。To Mitsurugi, that was the start. もう少し詳しく聞き出せないかな. I wonder if we can't get him to tell us more. So, okay, let's talk about the locker. ここは見た目以上にハイテクですからね。This is much more high tech than what meets the eye. 保管庫はそれぞれの捜査官しか開けられないようになっているです。The evidence lockers are built in such a way that only the owner of them can open it. この ID カードを使うんですか? Do you use your ID card? ID カードはなくすことがあるですからね。Well, you can lose your ID card. 自分、今年に入ってからもう3枚目です。Since the start of the year, this is my third one. It's February. 落としすぎです。落としすぎです。You lose it too much. That's too many. そんな自分でも右手を落とすことはできないですから。But my right hand's never lost one. 右手? Oh, I've never lost my right hand, but I've never lost my right hand. Sorry. 右手、指紋ですか? Your right hand? Oh, your fingerprints. そうです。保管庫は指紋によるロックで守られているです。Yes, the lockers are locked using a fingerprint. Yeah, lockers have a fingerprint lock on them. Beep. 自分が開けられるのはあの保管庫だけです。The only one that you can open is your own. でも、そんなすごい仕掛けがあるようには見えませんね。仕掛け。But you can't see that mechanism just by looking at it. さすが最新ケース。なんと取っ手に秘密があるっす。 As expected, it is the latest model. What? Totte handle grip knot? Totte ni himitsu ga arimasu. There's a secret in the handle. Totte, the handle? Ura ni sensor ga tsuite desu. 登録されていない指紋だと on the back there's a sensor if there's an unregistered fingerprint. 電気ショックですね。It'll shock you, right? そんなことされた自分毎日が来る焦げす。It'll shock you? What do you mean? If that was the case, I'd be burned black every day. とにかくパッと見た感じがあまりに自然な仕掛けなのでパッと見た感じIt's not a really natural mechanism. If you just look at it, it doesn't seem very natural. I don't know. 捜査官の中には指紋のロックを知らない連中もいるみたいですね。It seems that among the investigators, there are even people who don't know that there's a fingerprint lock in there. It's a pretty good, accurate fingerprint lock if it immediately reads your fingerprints every single time. 保管庫ごと入担当 blah 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 is locked to their individual owners. While it's open, there's a lamp. Alright, we gotta get him to tell us about the SL9 incident. 正しい検事のメモとこの飛び出しナイフ。Tadashiki's memo and this switchblade. きっと一番驚いたのは三木検事だったっす。Seems that the most surprised person was Mitsurugi. SL9 同事件ですか The SL9 incident? 2年前、三木検事が初めて扱った大きな事件です。2 years ago, it was Mitsurugi's first big case. 検事の実力を世界に見せつけた最初の事件だったっすよ。It was his chance to show the world his true power as a prosecutor. でもその証拠品がなぜ今になって But that evidence, why did it come to this? やっぱりまだ As expected, not yet. あの事件は型がついていないそういうことですかねSeems that case wasn't all neatly tied up. Alright, next we can talk to him. かなり凶悪な事件だったらしいっす。凶悪。Atrocious, heinous, etc. seems that this was quite the heinous act. 凶悪というと殺人事件ですか? So by atrocious, do you mean it was a murder case? 連続殺人事件です. I assume that means serial murder. Yeah, serial murders. It was a serial murder case. 連続? 扱いたくないな、そんな恐ろしい事件. Man, I wouldn't want to handle that. You know, a scary case like that. 犯人はミスを犯して、三木検事が立件に成功したっす。The criminal messed up, and Mitsurugi succeeded in assembling a case against him. それが今から2年前のことだったんですよね。And that was 2 years ago, right? Mitsurugi検事は名を挙げて同時に黒い疑惑に包まれた? Yeah. Mitsurugi's level of fame rose, but at the same time, he was wrapped up in black doubt. He was wrapped up in, giwaku? Doubt, misgivings, distrust, suspicion. He was wrapped up in some dark suspicion. Shokuhin no netsuzo ka. Fabricating evidence, huh? おとといに面白起こりで完全に肩が付けはずだったっす。肩が付け is it? 肩付く is the same thing? It's settled. Put an end to it. Gotcha. With the day before yesterday's, evidence sorting out, sorting of evidence, it probably should have been completely settled. 結局それが最後の仕事になっちまったっすね。And after all, that was the final job. That was his final job. 正しき刑事の。Investigated Hashikis. どういうことですか? Wait, what do you mean? SL95 事件の担当捜査官は被害者の正しき道をだったっす。The head prosecutor of the head investigator of the SL9 incident was the victim, 正しき道を。じゃあ、飛び出しナイフは? So this Switchblade is 被害者自身が証拠管理庫から取り出したものなのか? This is something that the victim himself would have had to take out of his evidence locker? Okay. This is just the same thing. Okay, that just seems like it ended abruptly. Nanika hamidashiteiru. Hamidasu. Sticking out. Something's sticking out. Shatsu kana? 何かの証拠でしょうか? It's like a shirt? I wonder what kind of evidence that is. 糸の子刑事ですか? これ. Is this Detective Itonokos? 人をだらしないやつみたいに言わないでほしい。だらしないだらしない Don't treat me like a slob here. 自分の保管庫はそこじゃないですから。とはいえ。That's not my locker. おそらくこれは最近開けられた保管庫ですね。This is the one I've been opening recently. どうしてわかるんですか How do you know? こんな風にしたら証拠品が傷むすからね What? 痛む It hurts? Like this? My evidence is painful? What? 見回りの巡査がチェックして担当の捜査官が注意される。The cops on patrol look around and the head investigator is careful. What? 全くうるさくてかなわない。I won't grant your dreams if you're noisy. I don't know what you're saying. 糸の刑事さんいつも注意されてるみたいですね。Everybody's always careful of you, it seems. I don't know. My facial expressions are confused. きっとコートの下ではシャツがズボンからはみ出てるんだからね。Like, underneath your coat, your shirt is sticking out from your pants. 陰口なら聞こえないとこでやってほしいです。陰口。Malicious gossip. If you're gonna be bad mouthing me, I'd like you to do it in a place where I can't hear you. この中にパンパンに詰まっているわけですね。夢と証拠品が。Inside here, it's full to the brim, isn't it? Of dreams and evidence. 夢はどうかと思うけどね。I mean, I don't really think much about dreams, but... 開かない。It won't open. そりゃそうだろうな。Well, that's to be expected. まあ、最新式のセキュリティで守られてるからね。This is kind of a problem. You could technically investigate this before he tells you about it. So he's going to tell you about it in both cases. Like, we already had this conversation, but the game doesn't have two separate things programmed in for whether you've had the conversation or not. So it just automatically has the conversation both times to make sure. Anyway, it's protected by security. Yes. なんか、こまごまとした機械が埃をかぶっているね。こまごま with particular attention? It's a bunch of small machines or mechanisms gathering dust. かわいそうなほどボロチ釣り竿があります。ボロチ worn out. There's this poor worn out fishing rod here. あ、それ自分のさ。Oh, that's mine. 相変わらず使ったことないです。As expected, I've never used it. あれ、これどこかで見たような。Oh, we've seen this before. Yeah, it's the metal detector we used to prove Mitsugi's innocence, or more specifically, karma's guilt. あ、それ金属探知機ですよ。That's a metal detector. 俺、ひょうたんこの事件を解決に導いた。This is a thing that led the Hyotan Lake incident to a conclusion. ああ、懐かしいですね。ああ、that's nostalgic. そしてこれは見たことないですね。Well, I've never seen this before. あ、それ、電波探知機っす。That's a radio frequency sensor, like a EM wave sensor. 近い将来、何らの事件を解決に導くかもしれないです。In the near future, it'll probably be leading a bunch of investigations to conclusion. このチャチなチャチ This cheap box? 人間と機械は見た目じゃない。真心は真心 Sincere and true heart devotion. This appearance is more than meets the eye. It's the true thing. I don't know. It has a true heart. Nande kono tokoro ni penki to nokogiri ga? Why is there a paint and a saw here? Mukashi kara. From a while back, 芸術はいつも迫害との戦いだったっす。Huh? Huh? That's what I said. Art is always being persecuted? Being oppressed. 芸術、そういえば arts? このペンキ、水色と黄色ですね。So this paint is light blue and yellow, isn't it? もしかしてここで生まれたんですか、大砲くん。You mean Taiho-kun was born here? This is like a little stand that does a little mascot of the police division. まあ、自分にとっては、アトリエ？Atelier Studio Workshop? Okay. アトリエみたいなものっす。To me, this is a workshop. いいのか? Well, if it's alright. Shut up. Okay. He spilled some. 派手に割れたみたいですね。何か大きなものが。Seems that some sort of large object was broken here. いつの子刑事ですかこれ。Was this because of you? Ethanoko Gate, defective Ethanoko? Okay, he said, don't treat me like I'm so sloppy. どうやら例の事件の証拠品みたいです。ね。Seems like this is an example incident. Evidence from an example incident. 例の事件 an example incident. SL9 ご事件です。かけらの一枚に小さなシールが。From the SL9 incident. On one of these fragments, a small seal is attached. これの食品が出てきた。Let's investigate this further. この隠れはもともとはどんな形だったのかな? These fragments, originally what shape did they take? ちょっと試してみましょうか? 実際に作ってみて。Well, let's try it and make the true shape again. は、 素人には無理っす。To a beginner, that's impossible. この自分が3時間かけても歯が立たなかったっすからね。In over 3 hours, I wasn't able to even get one tooth out of it? Hagatatsu? Maybe connect one piece? I wasn't even able to do it within 3 hours. こんなこともあると思って、海苔を持ち歩いてますからね。If you think about this, I thought something like this might happen, so I brought some glue. どうやらこれがそこだ。組み立ててみよう。Alright, so it seems that this is the bottom. Let's try and put it together. Okay, we're doing a puzzle. I can't see that well. Wow. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. And this kind of feels like it might be correct. Nope. 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 That's not it. Kind of looks like it might be, and then it turns it, and it's like no. Oh no. Oh, okay. It's perspective. Easy. Interesting, interesting. Excuse me. No. Okay, the shape is like completely changed. Oh. big old hole in it. Oh, this is 一応できたみたいけど足りないみたいですね、かけら。We somehow did it, but it seems like there's missing some fragments. 自分もそこまでなら2分っす。問題はそこからっすね。Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes. The problem was continuing after that. かけらに盗まれたんでしょうか? Were there any fragments stolen? それとも最初から足りなかったのかな? Seems that either that or it's been lacking from the beginning. それにしても now that you mention it, 見ていた不安になるほど不安定なツボっすね。不安 is unease, right? It's got this like instability that makes you uncomfortable. 割れて当然みたいなふてぶてしさ。ふてぶてしい。Impudent, brazen, shameless, bold. If it naturally it'd be broken. It's got a impudence to it that says naturally I'd break. I saw that this. I was like looking it up, and this is arguably arguably the longest case in Ace Attorney history, and it has you dealing with the most evidence at a time. Alright, 現場に落ちていたかけらを集めて組み立てた壺. A pot that we found at the scene of the crime and gathered everything together. かけらが借りないようだ. It seems that the fragments are missing. ここだけ開いてるインジケーターがついてるままです。It seems that this is open, or at least according to the indicator. そこが正しい刑事の証拠保管庫です。That's investigator Tadashiki's locker. 被害者の保管庫。The victim's locker. いいんですか? 開けっぱなしで。Is this okay for it to be just open like this? 一度閉めちゃうと開けるのが大変ですから。Well, if you close it, opening it again is going to be pretty tough. Oh, I gotta save. I haven't saved like this whole time. 中身はからさすがにどこかへ移動されたようだよな。The inside's empty. And as expected, it's been moved somewhere. Glove. このところに手袋が片っぽだけ。片っぽ? Oh, only one, okay. There's a glove here, but only one. いつの刑事ですかこれ? Is this yours? 人をうっかりやみたいに言わないでほしいね。 Please don't talk about me as some careless oath. そいつも例の事件の証拠にですね。That's also evidence from the example. 配信する？配信する？ As expected, there is a tag on there. It's made of very thin rubber. Kekkon. This is marriage! I mean, bloodstain. かすれてますけど、明らかに手の跡です。かすれてる。かすれてる。It's a bit blurry, but it's clearly a handprint. 吹き消そうとして残ってしまったみたいだね。Seems that someone tried to wipe it away, but it's still remaining. なるほどさん、この部屋。Mr. なるほど、this room. 他にも血痕が残っているかもしれません。There's probably other bloodstains here. 薬を使ってよく調べた方がいいね。Let's use that. Can I? How do I... How do I use it? Blah 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 blah. Well, how do I use it? There we go. That's a blood stain. Kanari 出血がいったみたいだ。こんなの初めて見るぞ。Seems that there's a very large hemorrhage here. It's the first time seeing it. Why are the detectives not doing this anyway? どう思いますか、Itanoku刑事。僕、素人ですから。What do you think, Detective Itanoku? I'm an amateur, but... 白いチーズか Light blue blood, huh? 正しい刑事はもしかしたら宇宙人だったですか Investigator Tadashiki is an alien. No, you idiot. とにかくやっぱり事件はこの保管室で起こったんですからね。So it seems that the incident did take place in this evidence room. 一応上面図に書き込んでおこうか Shall we write it down in the map? 自分の推理はほったらかしす Oh, I made a mistake. Hotarakashi? Neglecting. Don't neglect my hypothesis. Oh, we got a hit here. 犯人が普通に逃げたとしたら、こんなところを触るはずがない。If the criminal is just running away, he probably wouldn't touch this place. 何か重要な手がかりになる、そう考えるべきだ。You have to think that this is an important piece of evidence. あなた、すげえ薬持ってるです。Wow, you got an amazing chemical there. これですか? Oh, this? ルミノール試薬って言うんですよ。It's called luminol reagent. 一体どこで売ってるんですか? Where the heck, where are they selling that? 自分も買うす。I'll buy one too. 局長に5000円借りて、売ってくるっす。買ってくるっす。I'll borrow 5,000 yen from the boss and then buy some. どこで売ってるの? これ。Where are they selling this? さあ、私いつも通信販売で買ってますから。That's mail order, right? Online shopping, yeah. Internet? とりあえず上面図に書き込んでおこう。In any case, let's write this on the map. Anything else? Any more blood? It's gone. Oh, really? I didn't spray it fully enough? Are you kidding me? やっぱりこれって左手の跡ですね。Of course, this is a right handprint, isn't it? 何ですと、what? どうしたんですか? What is it? この保管庫よりによって自分のす。This locker, it's mine. 刑事さんの? Is it yours? あなた自分が逮捕されたときはHey you, when I was arrested, what? ちゃんと証拠してほしいです。憎めないやつだったと。証言してほしいです。Or when I'm arrested for this, I want you to testify. He's not a hateable guy. これは重要な手がかりだ。上面図に書き込んでおこう。This is a very important clue. Let's write it on the map. 警察は信用できないっす。I can't trust the police. よろしく証言頼んだっす。I'm asking you to testify for me. 刑事さんが言わないでください。Please don't say that. I think is that everything? I think I sprayed everywhere. Is that all the luminol? Is that it? Wow, おっきなガラクタが積み上げる That's like garbage, right? Junk, rubbish, yeah. 大きなガラクタが生み上げられていますね。Big old junk is piled up here. これは車のドアだな。This is a car door? ドアのフレームに手錠がついてますよ。There's handcuffs attached to the door frame. 逮捕した。警告？軽泥？怪盗？ Mysterious thief, phantom thief. 逮捕した。怪盗に逃げられたのかな。So an arrested thief got away, it seems. こっちはあれですね。現場保証用の人系？This is that? The scene of the crime insurance? What? I think I might have to end it early. My brain's too slow. I need to take a break. Bye, everybody. Happy Halloween.